Hello, Morgan. This will be some milestone 2 feedback for you, video feedback on the business card, the letterhead, and your ideas for the leave behind. Morgan, I enjoy your logo. I think some of the details need to be worked on, but this illustration of yours, the palette, there's a lot to like about it. I'm not so crazy about the script you've used. It's very common. It's one of those default scripts. Now, I don't expect you to buy fonts, but if you're going to use a script font, do a little bit of research. This is a sign painter script, probably from the 40s, perhaps, maybe earlier. And it is meant to have ligatures, that is, characters tied together. So if you do use this, make sure that you convert it to outline format and take care of details like this. There should be a smoother transition in there. Similarly, there should be a smooth transition, I think, between this stroke and the first letter, this M, this part of the M. See what you can do to do that. Consider using the Pathfinder tools in Illustrator after you've converted it to outline file format. I think designs gets a little lost here too. I'm not sure I'd have the descender of the G touch the circle. And I think the circle should be like a brush stroke. It should have thick and thins. So try some brush filters just by selecting the geometric circle in your Illustrator file and hitting a brush filter, see what you get. And it may be more like the strokes of the MP. Also, here this looks fine. It's a great business card. I think it has all the essential information. But also similarly, replace this with a brushstroke circle perhaps, and make it a little more complementary, I think, with the script type that you've chosen. And lastly, consider not using the script for everything. Perhaps pick a contrasting sans serif typeface with which to use on the information here. Script is, it's beautiful, but it's a little hard to read, especially when you get to things like URLs. Wouldn't you agree? Now, on your letterhead, it's a little different than your business card, and one of the things that I noticed is that you've used yellow. Well, you've used it in this little flower motif too. So I'm getting magenta and yellow. That's interesting. Those are two of the four constituent parts of the CMYK print process. So, it's a subtle hint that you're aware of that. Is your preference for print design? Just curious. Be careful of the edge of your page. I think this is a little tight, and you may anyway, back it off from the edge. Consider and I don't think you need these bars, these ornamental yellow bars. But anyway, I would move everything maybe closer to the center, towards the top. I like the scale of your logo against the scale of your typography. I think you've made some good type choices in terms of size and scale. Just reconsider maybe having some of this contact information being in a sans serif typeface. Morgan, I enjoyed what you project to be your leave behind, and really appreciate you embedding images. It makes it much easier for me to understand where you're going. This looks like something that you could make yourself, right? And exercise your manual skills, right? You've been fairly specific about the size and so forth. Do you think this is practical to design, curate, because you're probably going to want to tailor it depending on your target audience, and is it economical? Those are things to think about. So can you revise it quickly? Can you print them out, cut them, and get ready for a presentation? Things to think about as you move forward.